What better time to talk about RV solar stuff than on an overcast, rainy day, am I right? So, I hope, ladies and gentlemen, joking aside, you appreciate the dedication that we have to our customers here at Haylett RV and making sure that you always get lots of information. Montana RVs have they always have a roof solar prep. You see that black plug on the right side. Whether it's a high country or a full Montana, at the time of this filming, everything that says Montana on the side will have a roof solar prep, which is cool. But what's also kind of cool is Montana is really one of the first manufacturers to offer a pretty advanced factory installed and factory warranted solar package, and I think that's a really clutch detail here. You could go slapping solar panels across the roof of almost any of these things, but it could have an adverse effect on certain aspects of your RV's warranty. But because Keystone has installed this, Keystone will guarantee it. And there's a lot of cool, different little tidbits to learn about this thing. And I think one of the first questions anyone's going to have is, what size is this panel is kind of a common question. And that's one of the many things that they really nailed when Montana partnered up with their solar partner to put this package together. A lot of times, if you just go to an RV part shop and you just add a roof solar panel, it might be like a 90 or 100 watt panel, and that's neat. But this is a vastly superior 265 watt panel. It will capture more sun and give you more of that valuable 12 volt power that you need to keep things like those lights and those fans running in that RV. Another thing that's great is it's a very heavy-duty fixed rigid panel with some pretty serious mounts. So it has a high level of impact resistance. It's going to be very adept at holding up into adverse weather conditions, or let's say you're parked under a tree branch and something falls on it. You have to really crack this thing to damage it. But it's more than just a panel on the roof. You need a charge controller between the solar panel and the battery, and Montana's chosen to use a 40% more efficient MPPT controller. And if you don't know what that means, that stands for maximum power point tracking, as opposed to a PWM, which means pulse width modulating. Now that's a bunch of technical jargon, but what it basically means is you're going to get 40% more sunshine converted into 12 volt power and shunted into those batteries. Now another neat thing, the reason you want a charge controller here is to prevent your batteries and your systems from being damaged. If it ever falls into an area where you have too much or too low of power, the controller will basically shut itself down to make sure that you're not going to nuke the batteries that are sitting in that front storage compartment. And one of the unsung heroes of the Montana solar package is this impressively large 2,000 watt inverter. A lot of times if you get an inverter in an RV, it's because it has a residential refrigerator. It's only a 1,000 watt inverter, and its only existence in the world is to run the refrigerator, if you are not hooked up to park power. It does not matter which refrigerator is present in a Montana. If you have the solar package, it gets a 2,000 watt inverter. What this does, if you're not familiar with it, like you see this light over here, that's a 12 volt light. Your battery can power that. But things like your television, those require different kind of power. It's called 110, but I often call it household power because people understand what a household outlet is. Well, this thing, what it will do, if you don't want to run the generator, or if you don't have a generator, or if you're not hooked up to park power, you're off-grid, you only have your batteries, it will convert 12 volt battery power into 110 household power for 4 specific outlets in the RV, and those are as follows. The living room television for, off-grid entertainment, the refrigerator, a kitchen outlet so you can do a little bit of cooking if you're off-grid, and one of the bedroom outlets so that you can run a CPAP machine even if you're off-grid only on 12 volt power. So if you are a CPAP user and you're making a travel step, you don't want to run the generator all night, you can still sleep well and breathe well in a Montana. Another thing I really like to demonstrate on the Montana solar package, or really just kind of showcase, is the simplicity of the wiring of it. I swear, as RVs have gotten more advanced and have more electrical systems, it's like I have seen up to 12 wires hooking up to a battery up here in a battery compartment. Now, I do RVs for a living. I'm pretty good at getting my way around these things, and frankly, those things can get confusing. As a general consumer, I expect you're probably not an electrician, and I'm pretty sure that you don't want to have to learn how to become a apprentice electrician just to turn 12 volt power on in your Montana. Well, you don't have to with their solar package. That's what's really cool about this. You've got a hot and a ground for your battery power. You've got a hot and a ground from the solar. It's simple. But here is one of my favorite things to show people with the Montana solar package system. You remember just a second ago when we were in that front compartment and you saw no battery and just bare wires? Watch this. With nothing but just the solar panel on the roof, no battery, even on an overcast, kind of drizzly day, the RV is still capturing enough power to provide in live, real-time, active 12 volt into this RV to have full function of like our cabin lights. Now, obviously, the less sunshine there is on a given day, the less you're going to be able to do this. But frankly, considering the weather that we're having today, the fact that I can go like this with the lights, I think is absolutely incredible. It's like, it feels like magic. So if you appreciate the extra efforts that we're going to here today to help educate you on something that, you know, isn't really clear out there, there's not a lot of information on this, despite the fact that it's been around a little while, then all I ask in return is you give our team and our family here at Haylett RV a call, because we are a family-owned and operated outfit. We really do think that every one of our employees is a member of our family here. So it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter if you're close, it doesn't matter if you're far. We make deals happen. We don't do hidden dealer fees, but we do everything else. So whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between, we do it all at Haylett RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.